Uh-oh.
Oh, the eShop's closing. Oh, everybody. How are you doing today? We're glad you're here. We're glad you're still here. Really appreciate you. We are talking about today, right now, the 3DS and Wii U eShops are closing in March.
Oh.
This is a fan-submitted request. It's from our good friend Dread Pixie, who's a Patreon supporter.
Yep.
And her recommendation was the 3DS shop is closing, and people have a 3DS. And what should you be getting? And also just to let people know, like, the 3DS shop is closing. And in that, it also brings the closing of the Wii U shop, because Nintendo was like, hey, we got servers and stuff we got to manage, and we can't be managing this stuff forever.
I never play my DS anymore, my 3DS.
Really?
Yeah.
I had it, and then I sold it to buy the Switch. So, yeah. I sold it to a coworker, and I was like, hey, your kid would probably like this, right? And I sold it to him. It was fun for a little bit, but I definitely lost the edge after a while. But there was some, like, a cool charm to the two screen, you know, the stylus thing you could do with it and all that. But I did not like the UI of the eShop.
No.
It was so bubbly and Nintendo. Yeah. And I was like, come on, Switch, you can bring out the UI, make it better. And they actually did a pretty good job with it. So I was happy with the Switch UI. But all that to be said, it's been over a decade since the eShop has been going on, and then nearly a decade for the Wii U. But you'll no longer be able to buy digital games on these platforms beginning March 27th of 2023. So between now and then, you have time to download and get some games that you may want to acquire for your systems. But credit card support has ended on May 23rd, 2022, meaning last year. So what does that mean? How do I get funds?
You get funds?
Also, the eShop cards have ceased to redeem from August 29th, 2022. So how do you buy stuff in here?
Why are we talking about this?
Well, I have answers for you and more. So get ready, everybody. So the eShop's closing down. So that means you'll not be able to purchase in-game content, download demos, or free-to-play software, redeem download codes, or add funds to your account for the 3DS or Wii U. You will always be able to re-download your purchased content, but we don't know how long that'll last for. You can add still funds to your game, but only, or to your system, only if your Nintendo Network ID is linked with your Nintendo account used on the Switch. So if that happens, your eShop funds are shared across the Switch eShop and the 3DS Wii U eShop. So that's how you can do it. So then you can add your funds by doing it on the Switch, but only if your accounts are linked. And then afterwards, you have until March 2024 to merge your accounts together. So otherwise, the other one goes away.
If you have money already in the DS, is it just, let's say you just have a DS and you haven't linked it. If you link it, will those funds go over to your Switch as well, you think?
That's a great question. I don't have the answer for.
What's the point?
Let's just say yes.
Okay, we'll say
with
yes.
With an asterisk.
Question mark. Yes.
pending results. I don't know.
The Inner Gamer gets you answers right then, right now.
So you can so you can download some games and get them as long as your stuff's linked together.
I can imagine.
And then the virtual consoles that house more than 530 classic games will be no more after March 2023. So the only virtual consoles that will exist is the stuff that's on the Switch. All the other stuff's going away. So that's very sad because there was a lot of games there. Physical games are going to be fine. So you can still go out to the store and buy a physical game, which is good, and put them in your hardware.
Probably order them on Amazon. That's hiked up on the prices. So
Yep. And then in-game content will no longer be purchasable. And all that jazz. So with that being said, we went together, actually we being myself, went through and compiled a list of games that we recommend you should play on your consoles.
I only played one game on the DS, and that was it.
Which one?
It was the Mario one, the Super Mario 3D.
Oh, really?
And Scribblenauts, which
that's not on my list here.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying.
Wait,
it's not a game
on the three. Oh no, okay, never mind.
Yeah, the Scribblenauts DC. Oh, yeah, I bought that, but I didn't enjoy my DS as much as other people did. You know, so I didn't.
So are you saying that Your DS didn't satisfy?
It didn't satisfy. That's why it's called a DS. Yeah, no, I bought it because I was on a deployment and I had nothing to do.
Yeah.
And I was just like, fuck it, I'm going to order a DS. Everyone's talking about it. Bought it and I did not enjoy it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of how I felt too, honestly. Like, I mean, like the 3DS, I feel like is a marvel in hardware. Like, it's very, very cool, very awesome. But there was definitely just something, especially buying it as late as I did. I'm a graphics guy. I can't get over the fact that I got to have like nice looking graphics. And that's why I also struggle with the Switch right now, because it's just underpowered.
Yeah.
But the 3DS, especially when I bought it, I was just like, man, this stuff looks bad.
Yeah.
But there is some nostalgia and some, you know, there's definitely something to, like, one of the games on our list here is Pokemon Sun and Moon. Okay. That is one that I did buy and I played a lot of on my 3DS. I hadn't played a Pokemon game at that point when I bought Sun and Moon. I hadn't played a Pokemon game since Pokemon Yellow. So I skipped all that stuff.
You didn't play Pokemon Silver?
Nope.
Dude, that was my shit.
Yep. Nope. Never did it. I never had any. I never got in. Like, I dropped off a Nintendo after the 64. And then never played Nintendo again until the Switch era came out. Or since the 3DS, I bought 3DS and then I played the Switch. But I never played the Wii. Like, I never owned a Wii, which is kind of crazy because that was such a huge like era for Nintendo. Obviously, never got the Wii U, and then never got the GameCube. Was there anything before that?
I always wanted the GameCube.
Yeah,
I never got it.
GameCube was pretty cool.
I thought it was cool because of the little disc.
Yeah, a little disc was neat.
I thought it was like the next thing in gaming, or
too,
like
and then it's like,
the world. No.
Let's go back to cartridges. So yeah, Pokemon Sun and Moon was a lot of fun. It was a very good game. You know, still had the linearly pathed like story components to it, but had interesting like new stuff that I just hadn't seen in Pokemon in a while. You know, with like the cosmetic shops and the fact that it was a 3D game, like that was wild. I hadn't played one since, you know, Yellow. So going from like, you know, 2D top down to like a 3D character roaming around was kind of revolutionary. And then of course, when they brought out the Pokemon Eevee and Pikachu on Switch, that's when I was like, go Eevee. Yeah. That was like, whoa, life changing. But on the 3DS, it was a fun kind of stopgap between those eras of games. There was a Zelda game, Link Between Worlds, that was pretty solid title there. I personally didn't play it, but I know that it was a solid title because I've done my research and have found that this is a solid title. So, you know.
That's why I didn't put anything on here, because I don't play
I know.
DS.
Okay.
I was just like,
this is information that's been pulled from the internet. You know, we're just trying to help provide support to the world, you know? That's the goal. Because if you got one, you might as well take advantage of it. But this game, the Link Between Worlds, came out November 22nd of 2013. So 10 years ago now, or almost 10 years ago. It was a challenging combat game, rich exploration, 16-bit debut of a timeless classic. And it captures the essence of top-down Zelda gameplay. And it's just a nice mix of like old and new. And, you know, it's a Zelda game. So people love Zelda. So why not? Why not check it out? Also on the 3DS, Fire Emblem. I feel like the Fire Emblem games are always big hits. Yeah. Fire Emblem Awakening, especially, I know is like a solid game across the board. I still need to play an actual like Fire Emblem game. Like I kind of want to pick up.
I thought you have.
I haven't. I want to play. Austin has.
Oh.
He's played a lot of them, or not a lot, but he played Three Houses and seemed to have enjoyed that. It was kind of like a Hogwarts-y kind of feel, you know. So that was a game that was worth checking out. But I know, like, I mean, I've heard nothing but good things about Fire Emblem Awakening.
Yeah, I always hear like amazing things about it, but it's not my game.
I also didn't put on this list, but I do want to mention any Monster Hunter game that's on the 3DS. I did have a Monster Hunter game. I forgot which one, but it might have been Monster Hunter 3. But if you like Monster Hunter games, I think that's something worth picking up on 3DS.
That's something I want to get back into.
Monster Hunter?
Because I played it on the PSP back in the day, and I loved it.
We could play...
the world one? Because I think that's
Wo Long Fallen Dynasty we're going to talk about coming up next week. It's basically a Monster Hunter game.
Yeah, I want to play actual Monster Hunter.
But it is Monster Hunter.
Is it?
No. Monster Hunter is fun. I want there to be the next Monster Hunter World. to come out. Did you play that?
No, I wanted to, but I don't know anyone that will play it with me.
Well, you didn't know us yet, so
Well, now I know you.
now
I
you
wanna
do,
play it.
because we play the shit out of that game. It was awesome. Me and Travis and Austin, we get together and we just like freaking grind through that. That was back when Travis would actually text me to play. No, it was a lot of fun. We had a good time playing that game, and that was a game we all got on console too, which is kind of crazy.
No shit.
Yeah, this doesn't happen very often either.
Oh my god.
But yeah, we bought it on console and played it through. We were literally in party chat, like in PlayStation party chat. It was wild. Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing is a game that I talked so much about this game during COVID. Animal Crossing New Horizons, but there was a new Leaf that was out on the 3DS that I think was like one of the first big like, okay, let's pull everybody back in the Animal Crossing mindset and like get them super hyped on it. And New Leaf was like next level awesomeness. And I think the Horizons game was just like an extension of that in a modern era on the Switch. But I think New Leaf is like a must have if you like Animal Crossing games. Like pick this up and play it on the 3DS because you have a little portable, you know, you can find shit, scavenge stuff, build homes, build
the
relationships.
Switch not portable?
It is, but it's less portable. Unless you get the Switch Mini, then it's more okay. You can just get New Horizons. But if you have a 3DS, this is what we're talking about here. If you have a 3DS,
know.
New Leaf is something you should probably pick up, you know, because it might be pretty fun and exciting and something you want to play. And then last but not least, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. That is a game that was before Luigi's Mansion 3, which was fantastic on the Switch.
Amazing.
I ate that game up so much. It was so good.
It was a good game.
I didn't really eat it, but, you know.
Good.
Yeah.
It's small enough. Wouldn't
I know.
recommend it.
Good. Yeah. Yeah. Probably wouldn't be good for my stomach, but yeah, it is what it is. But Dark Moon was a game that came out on the 3DS, and it was pretty cool. You know, it's a game that, I mean, Luigi's Mansion is always fun. It's always that stepchild that kind of probably gets a little forgotten sometimes, but it's such a cool little clever game. Came out March 24th, 2013. Man, that's a long time ago. But point and click adventure game. You got a whole detailed diorama everywhere, lots of character. You can explore everywhere. You want to explore everywhere. It's beautiful. Ghost busting, not Ghostbusters, but lots of ghost busting. And it's just fun. It's a good time. So there you have it. 3DS. 5 games you should pick up on the 3DS. Right there. Legend of Zelda, Link Between Worlds, Fire Emblem Awakening, Pokemon Sun or Moon, Animal Crossing New Leaf, and Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. But that's not all.
Oh, no.
The Wii U shop is also closing in March. So we have a few picks here of games to get. This one's a little bit trickier because there's a lot of games. The goal on the Wii U conversation was that I chose games that did not come out on the Switch
yeah.
as re-releases. Because, like, you know, I could put obvious answers would be Breath of the Wild,
Yeah.
Mario Kart 8, but like all those came out on the Switch. So no reason to talk about that. So instead, we're going to talk about games that only came out on the Wii U and why you should potentially pick them up. First of which, Pikmin 3.
I've never played a Pikmin game.
I haven't either. But I've seen Tinykin, and I'm like, it's got to be the same.
Gotta be the same.
I played Kena Bridge of Spirits. That was kind of Pikmin-y.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I know Pikmin is like a super cool game, and I'm excited for Pikmin 4, but until Pikmin 4 comes out, you can pick up Pikmin 3 on your Wii U
On your
shop.
Wii U if you still own one.
If you still own one, and try that out. And I kind of wish I did pick up a Wii U just to try out what that tablet. I know it was like kind of a failed attempt at being a Switch,
that was
but
so bad.
it was just like interesting that they tried to do something different.
Yeah.
May not have been super successful, but they tried. And it was an era of games that still were pretty solid. It's just a lot of them got forgotten because nobody picked up the Wii U. Mm-hmm. That's why they released them on the Switch. And then all of a sudden those games became famous again. So it is what it is. But Pikmin 3, I think it's worth checking out. Obviously, Bayonetta, big game. Bayonetta 3 just came out on the Switch. But if you want to play old school Bayonetta on a Wii U, Bayonetta 2.
I just didn't like the Wii U controller.
Yeah, I didn't either.
It's a big hunky
thing.
chocolate bar.
And I mean, you could take it around and like, you know, you could play it on your toilet or whatever if you wanted to. You know, it was only within your Wi-Fi though. You couldn't take it outside your house.
Outside your house,
which is where the Switch came and controlled that space. They were like, "Hey, we realized we screwed up. We're gonna let you go
We're
anywhere
working on it. We're
with
working on
our mini Wii U. It's gonna be great. They also made a Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD, which was like a remaster of Wind Waker, which is one of the bigger titles for Zelda that people love and enjoy. So that's available. I think also Splatoon 1, if you want to get into the ground floor of Splatoon, it launched on Wii U, which is kind of crazy. So
I did not realize that for some odd reason.
Yeah. So we got Splatoon 2 on the Switch, but the first Splatoon was on the Wii U. And it was a game that was like, that looks really fun, but I can't play it because I don't want to buy a Wii U for just that. So we skipped that. And then the other one that I wanted to mention, this is like a kind of one that probably not many people know about, but it's a game called Affordable Space Adventures.
Yeah, what game is that?
So it's an indie game that was released that ultimately the reason for it being on this list is that it really took advantage of the gamepad. And, it's like all the games that came out, like it's kind of like with DualSense right now, with the PlayStation controller. There were some games for a while that were using the haptic triggers and like the vibrations and all that. And then now it's like, I don't really experience it as much as I thought we would. So they're not leveraging that as much as they could. But the gamepad, like as much as it had a lot of gripes, there was a lot of stuff in there that was really cool. So with this one in this game, Affordable Space Adventures, there's a lot of stuff that they put in here that leverage the controller a lot. So you have this little like spacecraft that you're piloting around and avoiding obstacles and things like that. You use the gamepad screen to access your ship's components like a virtual control panel. And then your thrusters can be turned to maximum if you need to get through an area quickly, adjust your gravity well if you need to make yourself lighter. But as all these things affect your noise, heat, and electric levels, you got to be careful with that. Don't turn everything up too high. You'll find yourself a smoldering wreck. But what's kind of cool is that, like, because of the fact that you have a TV, which is where your actual game is, and your gamepad, your gamepad was kind of be like your HUD or your console of your ship, where you could like control things and move things around, not have to open up a contextual menu on your screen. It's just like all right there, which is kind of cool. So it did take advantage of the system a little bit more than most of them did. So it was kind of neat. Came out in 2015. Looks like cute little adventure game. So
I could probably easily bring that back to the Switch.
I would think so. Yeah, for sure. That is one thing I'm surprised with the Switch they haven't done, which I guess they maybe can't do, but like because of the fact that the Switch dock just mirrors whatever's plugged in, I don't know if they're able to achieve what the 3DS and the Wii U were able to achieve, in that you could have a unique screen on your device, and then you couldn't because you have to dock the thing. Yeah. So they kind of lost that one ability, which I mean isn't a big deal, but it's like kind of interesting that these consoles had something that the Switch doesn't have. Yeah, which is the 2-screen component. Very interesting.
I mean, I know you can do that with because I knew Mario Party you can like have 2 switches, and you can link them, but I guess that would be an interesting feature if there was a way to do that. Yeah, to have both, but oh well.
Yeah, see what happens. Yeah, but yeah, get your games now before they close the shop on March. At the end of March, make sure you link your Nintendo account to your Nintendo ID, so that you can't actually put money in your account to buy these games, but pick them up if you want to take advantage of your 3DS or your Wii U before things shut down. And if you haven't bought a Switch yet, you probably should buy a Switch. Or not. That's where all the games are. Or not. Man. Speaking of this, so I opened up the Nintendo 64 because, I have the expansion pack thingy that we complained about. It's kind of not bad now. There's a lot of stuff in there you can get. I get the Mario Kart tracks for free or included. So
you play that nice. A lot, don't you?
Yeah. Okay. All the time. I don't play a lot, but our people that come to our events play a lot. But I jumped into GoldenEye.
Yeah.
Doesn't age well. Oh man,
nostalgia, dude, is there, man.
Dude, it was hard to play.
I can imagine.
I was like trying to move my character, and just like controls were so awkward and clunky. And then I forgot you can't like strafe and shoot at the same time. So like I had to like stand still and like aim my crosshair, but my controls were inverted for some reason. So it was like go in the wrong direction. It was very, very hard.
I was watching a TikTok. This dad had his kids come down and play in GoldenEye.
Yeah.
And they were just fucking mad because they're like, I don't understand.
They were like, "Where's the build mode? Damn it!
Where's the build mode?"
There was I heard so there's a GoldenEye also came out on Xbox, and apparently with the Xbox version, they actually like kind of remastered it a little bit.
Yeah.
So they improved the visual. So like the Switch version is just a direct port.
Direct port.
There's nothing changed to it except you can now control it with 2 joysticks. The Xbox version apparently has upgraded graphics, but also gives you like better control schemes for the console. So it sounds like that's the de facto. So even though you get it for free, or not free, but including your expansion pack, you kind of want to get it on Xbox for that reason. So I'm like, maybe I'll pick it up there and to see how it changes. And I also wonder if it's on Game Pass on the PC, because
I thought it was.
then I could like mouse and keyboard that shit, which would be wild. Mouse and keyboard GoldenEye. Oh man.
Oh, I'll be getting kills.
Yep. Anyway, y'all better pick those games up if you want them. Otherwise, they'll be gone forever.
Forever and ever. My heart
Unless you go to GameStop and pick up the cartridges.
Yeah.
So there's that too.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you, Dread Pixie, for the submission. We appreciate that. Thanks, y'all, for tuning in. Let us know in your comments below if you have any other game suggestions that we didn't talk about. We'd love to hear from you.